Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Isaiah Queer. Welcome to today's edition of the Isaiah Queer podcast. I'm so excited today to present to you a book recommendation that I wrote a few months ago. So I found this book really interesting, so I thought it wise to write a brief recommendation for your pers- perusal. So if you guys found this book interesting like I do not hesitate to leave a feedback, all right? So this is a live reading of the book recommendation that I wrote a few months ago. The book is titled Two Centuries of US Military Operations in Liberia: Challenges of Resistance and Compliance by Dr. Niels S.C. Hahn. Quote, the level of violence the future conflicts will inflict on Liberia and the West African region will to a large extent depend on the ability of decision makers in central positions to understand great power politics and address issues of poverty and class struggle. Unquote. First, it's worth noting that since I started Liberia Daily Newsletter a few months ago, my civic media pilot project, I've been chewing on a lot of books and articles and watching a lot of documentaries about Liberia. Though I've long been doing so prior to my media project, I've just become more voracious. It is also important to note that my daily newsletter or Liberia Daily Newsletter has been changed to Liberia Civic Project. A few weeks ago, while doing a simple Google search looking for the next book or article about Liberia to chew on, I stumbled upon this book, Two Centuries of U.S. Military Operations in Liberia by Niels Hahn, a Danish political science researcher scholar. Hahn has a doctorate in developmental studies. His area of research focuses on development aid, humanitarian assistance, poverty, neoliberalism, armed conflicts, and underdevelopment, to name a few. Two Centuries of U.S. Military Operations in Liberia is a well researched book about the United States covert, secret, and overt open missions and interventions in Liberia through several strategies, which include military philanthropy and diplomacy. These strategies are meant for political influence and economic interests. Furthermore, Newsham wrote this book because his primary focus of research has also been on A. U.S. military intervention strategies concerning broader aspects of international politics and economics, and B. the long history of U.S. military, economic, and cultural interventions in Liberia, which became his primary case study for analyzing the modalities of U.S. interventions in general. Nine traces Liberia's history and particularly U.S. Liberia relations from the 1820s to 2015, outlining the role the U.S. military played in the founding of Liberia, safeguarding the nation during the era of European colonization, conducting secret operations to support pro American administrations in Liberia, and undertaking direct military interventions when required to protect American interests. I am finally thrilled to have stumbled upon this gem of a book. It proved to be an invaluable resource in unraveling the intricate tapestry of US Liberia relations, particularly the strategic interests of the United States in Liberia and the broader West African sub region. Two centuries of US military operations is not just an ordinary, it's a captivating book that delves into the honors of US Liberia relations, providing a unique perspective on the undeniable yet profoundly significant role played by the United States in Liberia's prolonged periods of civil unrest. Thank you. This is a book I do highly recommend. So, again, if you find it interesting, do not hesitate to leave a feedback. I do highly appreciate every feedback. Thank you and Thank you so much and have a God bless day.